Drew Brees, 6-0 at home in the playoffs. With his squad, fourth quarter, game tied at 20. 3rd and 10.
Whoa.
Incomplete. And no flags.
No flag?
So here we go.
It don't make
the
no
call
sense.
that everyone's talking about. Nickel Roby-Coleman makes contact before the ball arrives. Sean Payton, not happy. In overtime, Saints opening drive after winning the coin toss. 2nd and 16 on the Saints 34. Brees, pass tipped, intercepted by John Johnson. Rams loving that. And now they get a chance to win the game with the foot of Greg Zuerlein. 57-yard field goal. They're headed to the Super Bowl. Sean Payton on the losing end of this one, not happy about that non-call. Take a listen.
We spoke initially, then I called to follow up, and first thing Al said when I got on the phone, we messed it up. And but we go into these league meetings, and we sit as an ownership group, and we don't further evaluate the replay system. You know, there's just too much at stake. And it's a hard job for those guys because it's happening fast. But I don't know if there was ever a more obvious pass interference call that, you know, here it is, the NFC Championship game. So, tough one to swallow.
Being that it happened right there in front of, you know, the person who would be the one making that call, and everyone in the stands and everyone watching at home on TV, and yeah, that makes it even more difficult. And yet, like I said, in the moment, you know, obviously you yell and scream, and how'd you not see that? But then after the fact, it's like, all right, nothing we can do about it. It's on to the next play.
When Coach Payton talked to the NFL, they said they blew the call on 2 counts, pass interference and helmet to helmet.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're playing in a game of such huge magnitude. How do you digest that?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess after they say that, what do we ask them? So do you give us a rematch? Can we play them again next Sunday? Can we reset the clock? What? Because we weren't playing this game to end up like that. We prepared. It's all about preparation. We both have jobs. We come out there and you officiate and you got a job to do too. So you got to do your job. So, I mean, it hurts. Like, we invested a lot into this, so it hurts, but I don't think they really care.
So the league admits they got it wrong twice.
Yeah, but what did they do? Nobody want to hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to Sean Payton's comment, has there ever been a more obvious non-call?
That probably has been. We don't recall it.
Yeah.
But in a game of this magnitude.
This is so recent. That play right there changed the whole outcome of the whole game, possibly the Super Bowl champion. I can't not believe this.
Because it's going to be first and goal.
You had 2 ways, first and goal. You had 2 ways to call this. You could have called helmet to helmet or pass interference. Even though the game was over after you make this call, but sometimes you got to understand these officials are a lot like these players. You're not going to play a little tentative back here. I don't want to get beat.
Right.
The officials are saying, man, I don't want to be that one to throw that flag because that flag right there could determine the outcome of the game.
Man, but I get it. Pass interference states that when the ball is in the air, you can't have any contact with the offender. And in this case, it was clear the ball is in the air. Like, you can't miss that call. I get it. Like, some people say bang, bang. That's not bang, bang.
The defender wasn't even looking.
Right.
I mean, you were not playing the ball at all.
I just don't know how you missed that one.
But okay, yes, he missed the call. That was a blown call time. But I don't know why the Saints threw that ball twice after that long catch, after that long completion to Ted Ginn Jr. You had no business throwing the ball. Run the ball, make them use their timeouts. But sometimes coaches want to show you how great they are in play calling too. So you run the football, they got no timeouts, you kick a field goal, you're up 3, and now there's 40 seconds on the clock as opposed to a minute plus with them having timeout.
Well, what do they always say? Hindsight is what?
It's a magnificent science.
2020.
Just imagine if I could
And
think
not
about
to be
tomorrow
confused
and
with the
have it
show.
known already today, what it's going to be.
Oh, you understand what you just
Don't worry about it.
All right, well,
You just feeling good
regardless of that call,
Brady.
the Rams are headed to the Super Bowl and are facing the New England Patriots, and we've got you covered here on NFL Network. We have over 90 hours of live
That's a long
television
time.
Super Bowl week coverage. I think you're on 89 of the hours.
That's a lot.
Monday, January 28th kicks it all off. Good Morning Football starts each day. Wall-to-wall coverage there at 7 a.m. And then don't miss Super Bowl opening night from Atlanta, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Then you got Super Bowl Sunday starting with game day morning at 9 a.m. Wraps up with Game Day Prime immediately after the game. So let's take a look at how the Patriots got to the Super Bowl, shall we?
Yep.
Do you want to have Shannon narrate this?
He don't want to do that.
Tom Brady showed even at age 41 he can still deliver. Became just the third player in NFL history to throw for 500 career touchdowns. Also showed he's got some wheels. He picked up his 1,000th career rush yard on the 6-yard scramble right there. But it wasn't all smooth sailing along the way. Patriots dropped back-to-back games twice for the first time since 2015. And the second came in December, starting with that Miami Miracle. We all remember that game? Yeah, that was.
There it is.
That was game.
Tackling.
And then a close one in Pittsburgh. So it was the first time in over 15 years, you guys, that they had lost consecutive games in December. Everyone's questioning them, everyone but Dion, of course. But then
Brady.
we had to remember the Patriots. Brady helped them steamroll into the first-round bye. Sony Michel dominated the Chargers in the divisional round, and those road problems didn't carry into the playoffs. They took care of business Sunday night in Arrowhead to cruise to their 4th Super Bowl appearance.
Somebody got the helmet.
This decade. So let's take a look at how the Rams got there. In Sean McVay's second season at the helm, Todd Gurley and the Rams took the NFL by storm. Their high-powered offense.
8-0.
LA started the season a perfect 8-0. But the Saints handed the Rams their first loss of the season. But after a thrilling Monday night win against the Chiefs, they seem to get back on track. Back-to-back losses in prime time versus the Bears and the Eagles raised even more doubt if this team could take that next step. But after a first-round bye, the Rams opened their postseason with a physical win over the Cowboys using that ground game of Todd Gurley and C.J. Anderson, who combined for 273 rushing yards, setting up the rematch with the Saints. Just when it looked like the Saints, you guys, were marching to another victory, that controversial no call allowed LA back in the game, forced overtime. Drew Brees was intercepted on the opening possession, and we know what happened after that. Greg Zuerlein's 57-yard field goal sent the Rams to their first Super Bowl since 2001. So, as I mentioned earlier, Tom Brady's first ever Super Bowl was against the Rams. They meet again. It's hard to believe that this Rams team, you guys, was 4-12 in 2016. There was so much chaos there. The exit of Fisher, Sean McVay comes in, Jared Goff, can he get the job done? Some defensive adjustments. What do you make of this matchup with the Rams and the Patriots?
Go ahead, Sam. Oh, I know you're looking at me. I was looking
No,
at
anybody.
I
I mean, if I tell you the beginning of the season, the Rams and the were you looking at yourself in the?
Yeah, I was looking at me.
You look
I was
great.
working on my hair game.
You look great.
Well, you think about the Rams last year.
Okay.
They were in a situation. Philly came, with Atlanta. Was it Philly or Atlanta? I think Atlanta beat them last year.
Yeah.
In the wild card game, but they had all the pieces. You know, they draft Goff. You have Gurley. They go out and make the trade for Brandon Cooks. They make the trade for Aqib Talib. They sign Ndamukong Suh. 2 years ago, they signed Andrew Whitworth. They shored up their offensive line to protect the money, which is the quarterback and the running back. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really surprised, and they go get Wade Phillips a couple of years ago. So I'm really not surprised that they're here. Maybe how soon they got here.
So Les Snead did a nice job. That organization did a nice job of making sure that they put the pieces in place.
Yes.
How do you think that they will fare against the Patriots?
Yeah, and so here's the thing. The Rams defense over the last couple of weeks have really played great. They are playing like they did at the beginning of the season.
Stopping the run.
They're stopping the run. They're locking down on the back end. They're playing great football. So now, how do they attack the Patriots? Do they get up and press them and say, we're not going to let these guys off the line. We're going to be in their face. We're going to be aggressive. Or do they drop back in zone?
What would you do?
The Rams. I will be aggressive.
Wade is not a zone guy.
You got to be aggressive, and I'm sure they will. But they have to be able to get to Tom Brady as well.
Dion, how do you defend this team?
Let's stop their run. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's stop their run, because this is the way the Patriots have been winning the last few weeks.
Yes.
Let's stop their run. Secondly, you're going to have to get up there and be physical with the receivers, because Tom Brady, he does not look to go vertical. Tom Brady
Underneath.
He wants the ball out of his hand quick.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to figure out, what is your matchup with Gronk? See, Gronk has been silent. He was deadly in a couple situations that they needed him to play big, and he played big. Yeah. But Gronk could turn it on. Gronk could catch 10, 15 balls like it ain't nothing if he's the one that you call on.
And do the Rams have a safety back there
that can deal with him?
Can he hang with Gronk? I don't know.
I don't know about that.
He's small.
Yeah.
You know, that's a tough matchup.
It's a tough matchup.
Given that wide receiver situation and no one puts fear in me, I wouldn't be opposed to putting a Keeb on Gronk, especially if they line him up out wide.
But now here's the other thing, guys.
I ain't mad at that.
How do the Patriots match up on the Rams? Do they put Stephon Gilmore on Brandon Cooks and take away the big play and let Robert Woods eat everything underneath?
If this defense is playing better football, which you guys all agree on, what's the weakness of the Rams in what you saw today?
To me, I think it's running on the edges. I don't think it's running right here. I think it's running on the edges.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, we're going to take another look at the AFC Championship game, shall we? See how the Patriots were able to have success. Again, Tom Brady looking to go to his 9th Super Bowl. Patriots ball 28-24, first and goal. Rex Burkhead, 4-yard touchdown. The Patriots leading 31-28. Harrison Butker lined up for the 39-yard field goal, 11 seconds. Does his job. The Chiefs tie the game up 31-31. We're going to overtime. Patriots ball after converting 3 third downs on this drive, so we're looking at 2nd and goal. Patrick Mahomes trying to fire up his crowd. Rex Burkhead silences the crowd. Patriots win 37-31. Here's Andy Reid after the loss.
It's going to hurt, which I could obviously see. That's important. That's how you get better. And this team has done that throughout the season. When the chips were down, we fought back and did a little bit in this game here, but we came up a little short. So let it drive you through the offseason and have this feeling that hurt, and let that carry you through so that you don't experience it again.
The way we've been fighting all year long, the way the guys been fighting all year long, the way we fought this game, I mean, couldn't be more proud to be on this team. More proud to be out there with the boys, how hard we just kept fighting, defense, offense, special teams. And that mean a victory on the road, AFC Championship game. I mean, it was one of my sweeter victories, definitely, in my career, for sure.
And Commissioner Roger Goodell was on hand. He surprised some longtime Chiefs season ticket holders, Dan Bose, and with a pair of Super Bowl tickets Sunday at the AFC Championship. Goodell was accompanied by Chiefs CEO Clark Hunt and actor Eric Stone Street. It's part of the 500 Super Bowl tickets the league is giving away to community leaders, youth football coaches, and fans that have served our country. All very, very cool.
Let me get those tickets since Chiefs ain't going.
Despite the outcome, it was an amazing game. Coming up next on Game Day Prime. Todd Gurley